Morning, guys. Welcome to AMX96. I'll give you a minute here to start rolling in and get yourself situated. I am coming to you from downstairs. I'm not normally up at my perch where I'm at, up in my office. As it is kind of a vacation week, I'm kind of feeling vacationy, so I'm relaxing downstairs. I noted above in the little description, this is AMX96. Something for Nothing doesn't exist. We're reading the book Think and Grow Rich, and it was interesting today because this book is it's been very diplomatic. It's been very straight to the point. This is how you think and become rich. He kind of lays the outline, principles, etc. And today it was like he was on a giant rant of basically, I summed it up in this show title, Something for Nothing does not exist. And we'll talk about that. And we'll dive into this idea of hard work and the idea of getting something for nothing, and that shortcut that people try to take, that it absolutely infuriates me. I also included in the show notes above here the link to the AMX Fight Club. The AMX Fight Club I'll be launching at AMX 100, and it's a systematic approach to help you pursue excellence. We've been watching these videos, listening to these videos for 100 episodes. That's almost 1,500 minutes. And the AMX Fight Club is going to be for those of you who really want to take it to the next level and apply it to your lives, to systematically pursue your goals and surround yourself with other people like yourself, a mastermind, kind of like we were talking about before. And it's going to be for $9.99 a month, period. That's it, $9.99 a month. It's not going to break the bank. You can find the spare change in your sofa. So we're going to hop right into the book. So today he opens the chapter, and this is early America. This is early 1900s. And he opens the chapter talking about how we often take for granted. And it's very interesting to look at. He's talking about 1900s, up to the 1935, the Depression, and how that correlates to today, to 2016. And he was just emphasizing the fact that we take things for granted. Back then, he gave examples of breakfast, and I think breakfast came to 20 cents total. It was like a piece of bread, a piece of toast is 2 cents, this is a cent, sugar is free. But his point was we get so used to the commodities that we have, the things in our life that are just normal, electricity, cell phone, a lamp, a computer, a Kindle. We get so accustomed to that stuff that we oftentimes take it for granted. And he was saying how that kind of correlates into this mindset of entitlement, or we deserve it, or it should be this way. And he made a very, very strong point of emphasizing this fact. Your value is equal, your worth is equal to what you have to offer. If you want something big, if you want something extraordinary, you better possess some sort of knowledge, some sort of ability that is big, that is extraordinary. Because your abilities dictate your worth in the open market of life. This book is called Think and Grow Rich because we're talking about accumulating money. But let's forget about money and let's talk about peace of mind. Let's talk about happiness. Let's talk about your promotion at work. You don't deserve anything. Tom Brand's famed Iowa wrestler always says you get what you earn. You don't deserve anything. I'm not going to get too political, but this entire political situation in our country and these young kids who expect something for nothing, it just absolutely makes me sick. Remember these 3 things: hard work, values, and excellence. Hard work, values, and excellence, period. Those 3 things will set you free. So he goes on to talk about this idea of capital being money, but also capital being the idea of people who have the ability to organize ideas, organize thoughts into actual useful things. Not just ideas in your head, but to transmute, he uses the word transmute, those ideas into actionable items that people desire. Moving on. He also says this, and I thought this was really cool, and this goes back to his quote that I referenced many AMXs ago, that all achievement at one point was just an idea. all achievement at one point was an idea. He says, steamships and railroads do not spring up from the earth and function automatically. They come in response to the call of civilization through the labor and ingenuity and organizing ability of men who have imagination, faith, enthusiasm, decision, persistence. Things don't just happen. Things are the result of people who have imagination, faith, enthusiasm, decision, and persistence. Persistence, that thing that we talk about. Persistence is the difference. Most people, look, the most successful people in the world, and I, on a much smaller scale, am conducting my own journey of interviewing and reading about the most successful people in the world. They have no special gifts. They have no special abilities. They don't have an extra or extra brain or an extra whatever or anything. No, they have persistence, they have focus, and they have just a stinking desire to make it happen. That's it. That is the secret. He goes on to say, millions of men and women throughout the nation are still engaged in this popular pastime of trying to get without giving. Trying to get without giving. Some of them are lined up with labor unions where they demand shorter hours and more pay. Shorter hours and more pay. Something for nothing. Dave, I like your comment there. Yeah, something for nothing. The politicians, yes, that is exactly it. If you are one of those who believes that riches can be accumulated by the mere act of men who organize themselves into groups and demand more pay for less service, basically he says you are crazy. And another neat thing he says, and touching on the idea that not to get too political, but touching on just the political chaos of this country right now, he back in 1900 uses politics as well. And basically what he's saying is this: you can make empty promises, and you can put up a facade, and you cannot maintain integrity. You cannot be integritous, if that's a word. But sooner or later, you gotta pay the piper. Sooner or later, it will come crashing down. You can run a Ponzi scheme for as long as you possibly can, but when it fails, it fails. And I heard a great quote, I feel like it was Richard Branson, or someone really successful, but they said it takes a lifetime to develop a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. It takes a lifetime to develop a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. So understand this idea, understand this concept of there is something for nothing does not exist. It takes hard work, it takes integrity, it takes values, it takes excellence to see these things through. And if you're not in line with that, understand that sooner or later it will come crashing down. 100%. And here's what I would say to the naysayers out there who say, no, it won't, I can cheat and I can win. Look, if you're able to look at yourself in the mirror and say that to me, stop listening to this video, because this video is not for you. You've got to have a higher purpose, a higher point in being than to think that. There's another really cool statement. He says, there is but one dependable method of accumulating and legally holding riches, and that is by rendering useful service. What do you have to offer? What can you offer? And let's not even talk about business. Let's not even talk about money. Let's talk about relationships. Let's talk about a coaching position that you're applying for. Let's talk about a promotion that you're seeking. What do you have to offer? What sets you apart? And the one thing that can set you apart from me, from everyone, is the ability, the decision to outwork. The decision to outwork. My podcast is called A Fighter's Mindset because of that mentality. Push me, I'll push you back. Punch me, I'll punch you harder. Knock me down, I'll knock you down. Get up at 4, I'll get up at 3. You do 100 push-ups, I'll do 101 push-ups. It's that mentality of just keep going. I will outwork you. I will be better than you. That's as complex as this needs to be. He goes on to talk about a little bit about the country back in the 1900s. And like I said, it's really interesting to listen to what he's saying and to see how it resonates with the world today, because a lot of this stuff is, I mean, it's the same. It is the same. There's not even a correlation. And I'll kind of I kind of start to wrap it up here. He goes on to say this. He says, these observations in this chapter and the entire book are not founded upon short time experience. They are the result of 25 years of careful analysis of the methods of both the most successful and the most unsuccessful men America has ever known. So what he's saying here, and Gary Vaynerchuk references it all the time and calls it the long game. When I'm working with Dave, the guy I train who has lost close to 100 pounds this year, I always tell him, play the long game. Forget about the short term. Forget about the tricks. Forget about the Ponzi schemes. Play the long game. What Napoleon Hill is saying here is these observations are the result of 25 years of careful analysis. That is meticulous preparation. You want to be great. You want to pursue excellence. You want to be the best in the world. It takes meticulous preparation. And sometimes it's going to take 25 plus years of that preparation. He says they're the result of 25 years analysis of both the most successful and the most unsuccessful men America has ever known. So what that says is this: surround yourself with the best every single day, to the extreme that you want to take it, every day, every hour, every minute, every second. Surround yourself with the best. Find ways, and I'm guilty of this too, trust me. I'm making myself more efficient as we go too. Stop scrolling stupid Facebook political dumb video posts, right? And read. Watch more videos like AM Excellence. Get on YouTube, type them in, do whatever you need to do. But then also keep your eyes out for what doesn't work. Look at what you don't want to be, what you don't want to do, because you can learn from it both ways. So I greatly appreciate all of you turning into AM Excellence 96. Something from nothing doesn't exist. I will be back tomorrow on Turkey Day. There are no days off with AM Excellence, and I appreciate you all tuning in and listening and watching. I wanted to throw it out there again. Please click on the link above to inquire, to learn about the AMX Fight Club. And AMX Fight Club is a systematic approach. It's a blueprint for pursuing excellence. It's a blueprint for surrounding yourself, entering into a community, a private community, a members only community for $9.99 a month. That's going to help you take these concepts to the next level. So we're not just going to talk about it, we're going to be about it. Every week you're going to get an excellence blueprint. Excellence blueprint is going to have challenges, it's going to have thought-provoking questions, and it's all based on this idea. My idea of success, my purpose of being, is to surround myself with the most successful people in the world and learn from them. That is what I am passing on. That is what I am creating with the AMX Fight Club. It's an opportunity for all of us to do that. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Carpe diem. Fight well. Have a happy Thursday. Eat lots of turkey tomorrow. I will be streaming live at 6:30 tomorrow morning. If you're up, I'd love to live stream and get your feedback. If not, it'll be posted on my facebook.com/SpaniardMMA. Carpe diem. Fight well.